Elizabeth, thanks so much for joining me. Welcome to Crosswalk Talk.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
Elizabeth, you told me to call you Liz. I'm sorry, I forgot to do that.
That's
Uh,
also
of, of,
okay.
of course, you portray Mary Magdalene in a new Christmas-themed movie, which comes out December the 12th. Christmas with the Chosen, Holy Night, I believe that's the name of
Mhm.
it.
Yes.
Um, I was reading your Instagram, and you said this. You said the world needs this film and message now more than ever. Tell me what you mean by that.
um, there's so much pain going on in the world right now. There's so much tragedy. There's terrible, terrible tragedies. It doesn't matter what side you understand or believe, but like there's so much pain happening um, right now, and this movie, the Chosen, Holy Night,
Yeah.
is about the birth of Jesus, and it's told through a few different perspectives. Um, but all of it comes down to this beacon of hope, which is the Christ child, and the peace and joy and freedom that comes with that and with him. And you look around, you watch the news, and people are hurting so badly. Um, and it's hard to know what to do about it. um, and and it's hard to imagine peace on this earth. And so I'm excited for this to be out in the world, for people to watch this, to be reminded of um, of peace. Ultimately, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much, everybody's arguing, and there's so many divisions in our world. The Messengers, by the way, remains one of my favorite chosen episodes of all time. I love
Oh,
that
thanks.
episode.
I loved
Um,
filming it.
I'm curious, when you go out, Liz, are you recognized? Do you ever have to wear sunglasses or just to get milk?
No, no, no. I think the only times I really get recognized is when I'm hanging out with other cast members, um, uh, or at the airport sometimes,
Hmm.
because I think it's a place where everyone's sort of stopped and you know, if you're sitting there with nothing to do, reading a book, and you look around, like that's I think most people are in their own worlds for I know I am when I'm out walking around. Um, so, and it's also, I wouldn't go up to someone if I saw someone I recognized on a show. I wouldn't. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming that other people are just, kind of polite about it. But yeah, it's been nice to not be worried about that, of like needing to put
Yeah.
on makeup every day or whatever. Like it's nice
Well, that's
to,
good.
yeah, yeah.
I'm glad you can get milk and bread without people bothering you. That's good news.
Yeah.
Hey, tell us about season 4. That's coming up
Mhm.
next year, early next year. What can people look forward to, and what can they look forward to with your character?
It's such an incredible season. The acting in this season, from my castmates, is just incredible. I was blown away so many times by a lot of them this season. So people can look forward to just incredible acting for sure. The stories are, it's getting so serious. It's getting, the stakes are getting higher. There's uh there's a lot of pain this season. There's a lot of grief this season, but there's also you know hope and light, and it's it's got some of my absolute favorite stories in the Gospels this season that I'm really excited to for people to see. And then for Mary, she's, this season she's, I think, confident in being a part of the group. She's here now, but she's starting to, I think, just pay attention to these things that Jesus is saying, that maybe some of the other disciples are not taking seriously. I think she's becoming aware that something really drastic is about to happen, and so she's kind of turning into this observer and really thoughtful. Um, I don't know, witness.
Yeah, yeah. I know you talk about this a lot. You have in the past, even with me. But
Mm.
how has playing or portraying Mary Magdalene, how has that changed you not simply just professionally, but also personally.
I think that when I booked this role, I was in a place where I desperately needed um, direction and purpose and hope. And every season, there's this like new lesson that Mary goes through that in a very uncanny way, I always feel like I need that lesson too. So I feel like I've been learning from her and excuse me, and the challenges that she goes through, this sort of two steps forward, one step back growth pattern that is very human and that is very relatable for a lot of people. And I relate to that. And so it's been lovely to watch her mature in confidence and in growth and I love how patient she is and understanding and sensitive to others she is. And I feel like I have learned from her in that way.
When you were trying out for roles in The Chosen, were you specifically trying out for this role, or were there multiple roles that were possible?
I just got an audition for Mary. Of course, at that time it was Mary Magdalene slash Lilith, and I was very confused. I'm like, what is this show? And yeah, it was. I think I had three different scenes to audition with, and and yeah, I connected so much to her. I can't imagine auditioning for any other role, but
Yeah.
yeah, it just felt like it was like a match.
And in terms of learning to portray her, was there anything that you did to prepare? I mean, did you go back and read her story in the scriptures? What did you do?
Yeah, yeah. There's so much written about her too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of speculation about her. I was really careful to not feel influenced by all the other stories that people have sort of made up about her, and just sort of like, okay, what is really said about her in the Gospels, and then what's on the page that the writers have written for her. And I just tried to like focus on those two things, um, and then bring my own sort of experiences and emotion to what she's going through to relate to it.
We sort of answered this earlier, but I'm just wanting to give you another chance in case I didn't ask the right question. What do you hope viewers get out of this Christmas special, this
Oh
Christmas with the
yes.
Chosen Holy Night? What do you want folks to be thinking about as they watch it?
Oh, for the Christmas special. Yeah. I mean, they'll get what they expect to get, and it is such an overwhelming sense of peace and joy, and what the Christmas season is all about. The combination of the shepherd and the messengers edited together in this really seamless way. It almost feels like it's always been told this way, but it's so special to show it through the perspective of this very humble character, the shepherd, and that how special it is that he was one of the first to see the Christ child. It's just
Mm.
it's exemplary of what Jesus was here for. It's it's this humble birth, um, and uh, and it's powerful. It's really powerful.
Yeah, I shed tears while watching The Messengers. It's like I said, it's one of my favorites. We didn't get to talk about The Shift. You have another movie coming out in
Oh
December called The
yeah.
Shift. Folks
Hmm.
can check that out. Give me a 60-second summary of The Shift, and I've
Sure.
seen part of it. It's really good.
It's fun. It's really different from what I've been doing
Yes,
with The
yes,
Chosen.
yes.
It was a fun character to play. It comes out December 1st. I play Molly Garner, the wife of Kevin, who's the protagonist in it, and he wakes up, finds himself shifted into another universe, and he's pretty much lost everything that he loves, and is challenged by a character named the Benefactor, and it's sort of a modern, loose retelling of the story of Job, and shows what how important faith is
Yeah.
and and conviction is, and it's a really fun sci-fi faith-based story. It's a really unusual combination of things, but I think it works.
Very unusual, very good. Gripping, I think, is one word I can
Yeah,
put on
yeah.
it. Yeah, it makes you want to say, it makes you want to stick with it and stay in your seat. I'll say that.
Nice.
Of course, that's the shift. Of course, we're
Mhm.
talking about Christmas with the Chosen. Holy Night comes out December the 12th in theaters, and we've been speaking with Elizabeth Tabish. Elizabeth, thanks so much.
Thank you. It was nice speaking with you.